Good morning, everybody. My name is Vanessa Donovan. If you don't know who I am, my channel is called For Those That Are Struggling. And I just wanted to jump on here and give you guys an update. I haven't been on here in maybe a week or so. So I have been completely drained lately, and I've just been like battling mentally with everything. And so tomorrow is Zoom court for mediation, and it's just basically, from my understanding, we are going to just go over the paperwork as far as me answering mediation questions and him answering mediation questions and determining what kind of mediation we're going to have. So that's basically, from my understanding, that's all it's going to be. And so we will have another court date, possibly even two more. I have no idea how many court dates we're going to have until there is a final answer. So I did receive a letter from his attorney stating that because when I filed for divorce, I filed under a different address, and she's saying that my court fees are no longer waived under that address. And so I contacted the court, and the court said they have no clue what she's talking about. And so it will be addressed tomorrow, because people move like 5 times during a divorce. So the address itself should not matter, what I filed under. Um, Hang on, I'm sorry. Bubby, mommy's doing a video. Give me a minute, okay? Give mommy a minute. Yeah. So, I also received a letter from his attorney, just basically the back letters that I had never received before because she was sending them to the address that I had filed under. And so I just got a letter stating that he is requesting not to give me any kind of financial support, child support, maintenance, the bank account, the 401k, everything. He's requesting for no financial support at all. Now, as far as the parenting plan, he has told me, you know, maybe 40 times, and genuinely saying that he does not want custody, he wants joint, and that he is for the parenting plan that I gave them. He just doesn't want to be held accountable and being obligated to come get him every day under a court order. So later, I'll find out if that's the truth or not. So for those of you that are, liking a couple videos that I did as far as the judgment order and me not knowing because what he's planning on doing, like, I don't understand how people can get on here and like negative, like negativity. So, but anyway, so yeah, this has been like just very mentally draining for me. I had a meltdown the other day, after I received these papers, because nothing seems like what I am hoping and expecting from God. Also, the home that I was just recently telling you guys about, when we have faith, we can believe in miracles. If we can believe in small miracles, we can believe in big miracles. And I've been praying on this home, and I obviously know that it'd have to be a miracle because I have no financial means whatsoever to do anything right now. Nothing. And so I just realized that the house is pending. So I guess somebody did put an offer on it. And, it is heartbreaking because I did take it to God, and, I did ask, if this isn't your will, take it from me, and, speak to me and stuff. And other than hearing, being told to wait, I have not received any word as far as actually like audible, hearing from God. Now, when now Sunday I listened to the church sermon, online, and the pastor said, if you have done anything for God and for God's name's sake, not for you, but for God's name's sake, in the past 6 weeks, that this is your confirmation, you will receive 100-fold. And ever since this divorce has went through, I have received confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. But it is so hard to keep going. It is so hard to be in this weight. It's like it feels unbearable. That's how hard this is, to still be here and not see anything open up. And, for me to still be here, knowing that he is, fighting me on all financial aspects, getting a lawyer, knowing that I need the help to get on my feet for me and my kids. And he's not serving me to leave. He had said before that he doesn't feel like he should have to pay for anything because we're still here, and he's not going to serve me to leave. But I'm only here because I have no way to leave. I have no financial backing to leave. And I think that's just like taking a mental toll on me. And like, why would somebody even want to do that? Why would you want to keep me here? Why would you want to keep me here? I'm not happy. That I don't want to be here. And, I had said that, I have no idea what God would do as far as, changing his mindset and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that things couldn't work out, but I am moving forward, and I am definitely moving forward. So yeah, on Father's Day, I was told that I will not be changing him, and that as a wife, you have no authority over your husband. And I understand that the word says that the husband is the head of the household, and the woman's supposed to submit, and the husband is supposed to cherish their wife like God cherished the church. Jesus laid down his life for the church, and that hasn't been the case in this. It hasn't been, going both ways, and, it isn't in line with God's word. And so I know that I'm definitely moving forward, that I do not see his mindset being changed with me. So I also wanted to bring up just briefly, I don't want to get into any big details on this, but about 3 weeks ago, I did go ahead, for the first time, contact his second wife. He was with her for 17 years. I have always had a heart for her. I've never known who she was, but for somebody to be in this situation for 17 years, I had a burden on her, and or my heartfelt burden for her, for things that she probably went through as what I've been through. But I never knew the real truth. I never knew if she really has been through what I've been through. And because, from me on the outside looking in, when I came, there was like camping gear here. So it looked like they probably went camping, and it seemed like they probably did do things together. And, she did have her home. She had a home business. And from my understanding, she's just very mature for her age. And so I never reached out to her, but I always wanted to see like what happened and what was it like for her. And, she stayed for 17 years. So, and I had people tell me, at least 4 people tell me that it just sounds like he was embarrassed to even be with me, to even be married to me. And that's why he never did anything with me. And so I contacted her, I reached out to her, and she said, what, I'm happy that you reached out. And so we ended up spending like all day talking. And, she said that they never did anything together. There was one instance that they did do something together, and it wasn't planned by him. And, a jealous spirit came over him, and he got really upset, thinking that somebody was flirting with her, and they never did nothing after that. She said that, they might have bought camping gear, but they never went camping. They didn't do anything. They lived separate lives. And basically, she was very submissive, and she said that he was the leader of the house, so she did what he said and allowed what he said because he was the leader. And he confirmed with me that she made it a very easy life for him. So they live separate lives, and he likes to give authority and he likes to tell people what to do, but he doesn't live it and walk it himself. And so yeah, they were living separate lives, and she was just very submissive and did everything that he wanted. And it just came to a point where he wasn't even working, and she was the one taking care of the bills, and she was the one working, and she was taking care of you know his kid and her kid, and there was no um, communication between one another. They didn't talk much, and there was intimidation there. And so I was under the understanding, like, I was right, because people were saying, it's just, maybe it's just you, and something happened along the way in his life, and this is why he's been the way he's been to you, but he was like this before me. And so we had a great conversation. She is a very good woman in my eyes. I've never personally met her, but we did talk like all day. And she was hurt, and I've been hurt, and we have an understanding of what we've been through. And she said for her, she actually did wait for a long time for him to come for her, and he didn't. And she waited until me and him actually got married before she moved on. Being with somebody for 17 years and being under that kind of authority, that can really put, in all honesty, it can, it's brainwashing. And I've seen many people, we accept it, but many people go through this to where they don't feel worth, they don't feel value, and they allow to be beaten down. And you're giving authority to somebody that isn't loving you, isn't cherishing you. But just like me, she loved the fact that she was brought to Christ through, him and his family. And, I mentioned that I had been being watched with binoculars, and she started laughing, and she was like, yes, that's definitely her. That's who she said, I could definitely see that. That's definitely her. So yeah, that was the conversation I had about 3 weeks ago. And, my heart goes out to her, whatever decision that she decides that she wants to make later down in her life. I just wish her blessings. And it just gave me more understanding and confirmation as far as me going forward with my life. She said that it was really hard in the beginning to walk away. But once she got settled and she wasn't under control anymore, it was a lot easier. She said that she found that you could actually be happy in life, and life didn't have to be terrible. But it took a long time for her to get on her feet and to start living and moving forward. So yeah, this is where I'm at today. It's just very mentally draining, not seeing any doors open. And honestly, like, the past like 3 days, like, I'm not even like really listening to like positive motivational speeches, because I've listened so much, and I don't see anything. There's nothing that I can do right now physically that can change my circumstances. All I can do is wait, and this waiting is so hard. Being in this situation, I know God's providing. I know that we're being taken care of, but this wait is so mentally hard. I honestly want to give up. But the spirit in me, like, I'm still praying, and so I can't give up. All I can do is move forward. And so, but I can't move forward until God moves me, until God speaks to me, until God shows me what to do. Because you know what? I've asked, his help to actually help me. If I said, I went to him, a few weeks ago, and I'm like, if I got a job, because I applied for a job, I'm like, if they call, could you help me get back and forth to work? And he was like, why would I do that? What do I get out of that? I'd get nothing from that. who's going to watch our boy? And I'm like, well, you would have visitation during those hours anyway. And it's like, no, I'm not going to help you. And that's how it's always been. He's not going to help me. Like, why would he help me? So it's not like, with me not having a driver's license, I have to wait for this letter to see if I can even get them. And it's just a one step after another. Just because I say I get my driver's license doesn't mean that I'm going to have them right then and there. I still have to come up with $500 reinstatement fee. I still have to, buy a car, get insurance, get a job, figure out how I'm going to get back and forth to work, find a sitter. I'm not even around anybody to even trust anybody to babysit my kid, And so it's all just a waiting process. And, this is just where I'm at. And this is how I've been feeling for the past, definitely since like Monday. Father's Day was really a hit to the stomach, to hear that, just being told, you're judging. And I'm like, well, how else am I supposed to come to you? You're saying that your mindset could be changed and that you have remorse and stuff like that, but you don't want to hear anything to change yourself. And then to hear, like, we don't have any authority whatsoever to say what's wrong and what's right. Well, you're not under anybody but yourself, and you are justifying everything that you do. And so, yes, I am definitely moving forward and just still trusting God, but this way is not easy. I'm coming here, like, I'm just letting you guys know, like, I'm just being raw with y'all, and, I'm not hiding, like, it's all rainbows and dandelions and roses and, whatever, because it isn't. This is hard. It's a struggle. And so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I love you all. You all have a great week, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Mommy.